Hi, good morning. This is day 50 of the Daily Spark questions to really inspire our curiosity. So, how does anticipation alter what I perceive as happening now? How does anticipation alter what I perceive as happening now? Well, I think of anticipation as my mind is being projecting into a future state about what might happen. And anticipation sometimes seems less like a question and more like oh, I'm preparing for the inevitable outcome that I perceive is going to happen. And then that creates all that anticipation, anxiety energy in the body. Like there's a dissonance or a friction with being here in the present moment and in the future perceived state, when we know, first of all, there is no future, and in the quantum field it's just all probabilities, like possibilities. So there's friction between my brain is putting out a signal that says I know what's going to happen, and the whole quantum field, the whole universe is like hell you do. I'll show you. And so there's that dissonance that we feel. We feel these things in our bodies. So there. So now that we've defined anticipation, and then so how does anticipation alter what I perceive as happening now? So if I'm having anticipation in the now, how does that alter what I perceive as even happening now? First of all, when I feel like it, when I'm in anticipation mode, I almost lose all tracking of the present moment, like what is happening right now. So that to me is how it all, a big way that it alters it for me is like the now just disappears and I've lost complete touch with it a lot of times. Because the anticipation depends, like orders of magnitude, like how big is the anticipation energy is how little of the present moment I'm actually observing or perceiving. So that's, to me, it's like maybe there's a math equation. If I was a math person, I would get out a chalkboard and like draw it out that says it is inversely proportional like the amount of anticipation and how little in the amount of perceiving the present moment. I think it's inversely proportional. If you're a math person, can you prove that? Can you write a proof? Is that what you call it? I would love to see that. I wouldn't know how to read it, but it would be fun. So that's I didn't know we were going to come up with a math equation in this answer. In this exploration, rather, there are no answers. So that's one way I feel like my anticipation alters the present moment, like what I perceive is happening right now. And I was thinking about this on the way here, actually. There was something, it also shows up to me like that same inverse proportional math equation shows up with the past. Like flipping anticipation around and saying like a rumination. Is that the opposite of anticipation? Not the opposite, but like going a different direction, like into the past. The perceived past is like rumination, like, oh, I wish I hadn't said that, or I wish I would have said that, or done this, or hadn't done that. Like, and then there's like this playing something in your head that's like a story. Like sometimes it's happened more in the past. I know I say that a lot. Like a lot has changed in my perceived reality in the last few years. But there was a lot of that in the past. And it would often happen in the shower when like I am holding myself hostage because I got to take a shower. Just like, well, I'm here. Let's like the brain goes off the rails and just like starts ruminating and creating stories. And then I'm like following it and feeling the emotions that come up with like nothing that really truly happened, but it was like, if this, then that, then you know, have you ever man, it was not fun. And that was a big source of my suffering, I think, is like replaying stuff because of perception that something should have been gone differently than it did. And then maybe playing like, well, what was that all about? Why did it go that way? But maybe it was this, and then they probably felt this because of this. And like none of that was real. So that to me is like rumination has the same effect on the present moment. Like I was like, did I even take a shower? That whole time warp thing happened. I'm just like, God, where did I go? And it happens while driving too. I said that like maybe a couple weeks ago, just like driving, and I'm like, oh, I'm back. Okay, I don't know where I went, but now I'm back. And it usually happens during anticipation or rumination. Future, past, anywhere but now. And like in the now, if I am present, that's just not happening. So that's to me, I think, the relationship, or how that anticipation or rumination alters my perception of like the now, like what's happening now. It also probably colors it. Like if you've got one foot in the future and still one foot in the present, like you're aware, like you're not totally bonkers gone like I go, but like you're aware of like what's happening, but you're still like mindset. And I feel like it still alters the present. It colors it. Like you felt this, like your mood changes, and then what energy you're putting into what you're doing in the present moment, or the people you're interacting with in the present moment, you're just like in a different vibe. And you're like, man, I'm sorry I got that all over you. Like that negativity maybe, or grief, sadness, like whatever is coloring your mood in the present moment. So I think that's another way it alters it. And it feels inversely proportional still. Yeah, it does. It still feels that way, doesn't it? Man, write a math problem equation. I want to see it. It's probably just simple. It's probably just, how do you do a equals, and then you flip it around. Oh, that's enough of that. Where does this take you? Do you feel those things, anticipation, rumination, or however you like to describe them, and how it takes you away, or how does it color the present moment? What does it do for you? To me, sometimes I'm just gone. I don't, like, obviously I'm moving. I'm not like falling off a cliff. Like I'm watching where I'm going. I'm able to participate in like now, but something in me is gone. It's just not present. My physical body is present, everything else is not present. What about you?